What's going on, bottom line viewers? It's Mitch back here with another free agency breakdown. Malcolm Brown has found a new home, leaving the Super Bowl champion New England Patriots for the New Orleans Saints. Now, this is kind of a shocking ad because the Saints were the #1 run defense last season, and they've basically added a run defender. That's what Malcolm Brown is supposed to be. That's the role he played in New England. He wasn't much of a pass rush presence in New England. He signed a 3-year, $15 million contract. I guess he's a good rotation guy for the Saints, but at $5 million a year, which is what the contract is supposedly going to be, it seems like a little bit much to pay a guy that might not even start on a regularity. So to me, it's interesting. You know, they wanted to add some depth to their D-line, obviously. Okafor's a free agent, Davison's a free agent, so maybe they wanted to replace Davison in there as a big nose tackle, D tackle type of player, and possibly that's the role that Malcolm Brown is going to play. But at the same time, as a Patriots fan, I can tell you that Malcolm Brown never really stood out or impressed me a lot. He was okay. He wasn't a player that I would be willing to sign for $5 million a year, though. I think he's entirely replaceable from a Patriot fan perspective. So that being said, you know, he's still young. He's had good moments in his career. He's had good stretches of good play, and obviously he's been a part of 2 Super Bowls, but he really hasn't stood out in any way. He just plays his job, he plays his role, but he doesn't really make anything outside of that role. So looking at how he graded from Pro Football Focus perspective, he ranked 85th at the position, which was lower than 2 players on the Patriots, which was Danny Shelton and Lawrence Guy. And to me, that backs up my claim of him being an average player and kind of being a replaceable player. But this season was considered worse from Pro Football Focus's perspective compared to the last couple of years where he ranked a lot higher. This year he got a 64 grade. Last year he got 79, 74, 71. So he's had better seasons, 2017 being his best according to them. But even at times in 2017, specifically the Super Bowl, I felt like he got dominated. He's very inconsistent. I think that's the word to use with Malcolm Brown. Certain times he can be a huge, great run defender where you see the Patriots just absolutely destroy the run, and at other times he's just relied upon too heavily in their scheme. And maybe it will be differently for New Orleans where he's having to do less, so it makes him a better player, because with New England a lot of the times they would play a lot of nickel packages, but they would stick Malcolm Brown in there, and it's basically a very hard situation for a defensive tackle to eat up the run and not give up big plays at his position, but they asked him to do that. So I will say this, Malcolm Brown was asked to do a lot in New England when it comes to run stuffing, even though they were in light boxes and light fronts. So given when Malcolm Brown has been in big fronts and a lot of people, you know, trying to stop the run, he's been amazing. He's always been there to make the play. But when it's a light front, which is really, to me, separates a decent player from a great player, that's what Malcolm Brown can't do. He can't just eat up space in a nickel package, and that's hard. Only elite players can do that. But I think he'll be a serviceable ad for the Saints. I don't love the ad, though, because I've seen him for the past 3-4 years every game, and he's just never really stuck out as a game-changing defensive player. Like I said, he'll play his role, he'll have some good games, but he'll also have some bad games where he does get dominated. Let me know what you guys think about this signing. I'm not overjoyed about it from a Saints perspective. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you love it? Do you hate it? And as a Saints fan, let me know why you think they made this move specifically in the comment section below. Gronk, spike the like button and subscribe to the channel for more NFL. It's Mitch. Peace.